Let's head over to other matters now, and particularly in Pretoria, where the trial within a trial in the Senzo Meyiwa murder case continues. Now, the police's Jabulani Buthelezi, who arrested Muzi Sibiya, is currently on the stand, and the officer told the court that the suspect was found with live ammunition. The court previously had heard that Sibiya and Bongani Ntanzi confessed to killing Meyiwa. But the accused say, well, they were tortured into making that confession. And our reporter, ENC's Manqoba Mchunu, is in court. So let's get the very latest from him as he joins me now this morning. Manqoba, good morning to you. We still place the focus on the Senzo Meyiwa murder case, and it seems more police officers are rather taking the stands, disputing the accused version of events. What came out of yesterday's proceedings?
Well, indeed, Tumelo, yesterday we heard from two more Metro Police officers from the Ekurhuleni Metro Police Department, and the first one to take the stand was one of the officers that accompanied accused number 2, Bongani Ntanzi, to make a confession on the 24th of June in 2020. And this particular confession was the second confession that Bongani Ntanzi had been making at the time. This was before Magistrate Vivian Cronje at the Boksburg Magistrates Court. And you recall, Tumelo, that we've heard evidence from Magistrate Vivian Cronje to the effect that when she arrived at that particular court to take down that confession, she had found a large contingent of Metro Police officers who were heavily armed that were accompanying the accused, and she'd raised questions about why there was such a large number of police officers that were there at the time, even suggesting perhaps that this could amount to some sort of intimidation. It is crucial for this trial within a trial, because this is exactly what it's trying to determine whether or not those confessions were made freely and voluntarily, without any sort of coercion or any pressure on the accused to actually make those particular confessions. So he was asked about the arrival at the court and the number of Metro Police officers that were there, and what the defense is trying to assert here is that perhaps this was a threat or it amounted to some sort of intimidation of accused number 2 when he was going to make such a crucial statement to police. Take a listen to what came out.
Assertion,
yes,
put by Mr. Ngomezulu, accused number 2's counsel,
yes,
even number 1's counsel, that's when you were doing those duties of escorting, at some stage you were present when the 2 accused were assaulted.
I can confirm here in front of the court, my lord, I was never involved in or witnessed any assault in my presence.
Kubekiwe la enkantolo ukuthi nanikhona ngesikhathi beshawa hayi ngasilethe isiqiniseko sokuthi angizange ngishaye noyedwa wabo futhi angizange ngibone noyedwa wabo eshaya.
Any investigation commenced by IPD regarding your conduct as a police person who allegedly assaulted accused number 1 and 2 when they were in your custody, when you were escorting them with others?
Up until today, nothing, my lord.
IPD ayikeze izophenya ngokuthi ngabe kube nokwenziwe kumsolo oqala wesibili ngesikhathi sibaphelesa.
Any charges, assault, GBH, assault, attempted murder, you have never been charged?
No.
Because allegedly accused number 2 and 1, when they were in your custody as an escort, were assaulted allegedly by yourself, or you were present when they were assaulted?
No, I was never called by any investigators in connection with any assault, my lord.
Well, of course, on the other hand, the court hearing of accused number 3's arrest from another, we understand. Just take us through, of course, Manqoba, what else we can expect.
Well, that was the evidence of Jack Buthelezi, who's also one of the Metro Police officers that used to work for the now disbanded SWAT unit at Ekurhuleni Metro Police Department. And he told the court of the day that they had arrested accused number 1, Muzi Sibiya, and he detailed the arrest that had taken place. He says they arrived in Tembisa, where he had been residing, after being called by one of the detectives from the cold case unit. And he says that they then made this particular arrest. They found Muzi Sibiya with another person outside his residence after he was arrested. They then taken him inside the house, and this is where they had been trying to look for his identity document. And while looking for that identity document, they then came across a plastic bag that had contained live ammunition, unused ammunition, which was then confiscated from him. They say that they then asked whether he did have, the license to carry that ammunition. He indicated that he did not have it, and therefore they then said that they read him his rights and ultimately arrested him. So what's crucial here is that they maintain that his rights were read to him when he was being arrested, his rights to silent, his right to be represented by a lawyer, but also he detailed what happened just moments after that. They had gone to a hostel where he had claimed that a firearm in which this particular ammunition was being used was with one of his friends at that hostel, but they arrived at that hostel only to find that that friend had already passed away months or in fact weeks earlier, we understand. So what came out of that is that he was then taken to a foster arrest, where he had then met with the investigating officer of the Senzo Meyiwa case, and after that they then proceeded to a police building in Eriton in Ekurhuleni. From there we know that accused number one, Muzi Sibiya, then made a confession. But what Buthelezi says is that he did not see Muzi Sibiya being taken to the Diepkloof police station to make that particular confession. But take a listen to what he said as far as the arrest is concerned.
Where I was checking on the bed, just above that, there was a plastic that was hanging there. Inside that plastic, there was another plastic that was attached to another plastic. When I opened that plastic, I discovered unused bullets, live bullets. There was also one magazine. There was also one cleaning rod.
Can you perhaps remember the caliber thereof?
It's a
9mm.
It was a 9mm rounds.
We'll be with them, Manqoba Mchunu, and we'll be sure to, of course, bring our viewers up to brace with what's happening inside court. More to come on Newslink when we come back.